Cross some black wells.
Snap, black cat peanut butter.
Cool chagalaka.
And the twist challenge!
Buy any 4 participating products and stand a chance to win 10,000 Rand daily. Add a twist to everyday meals.
Welcome back to the Afternoon Express Cook-Along, and thank you so much for joining us this Tuesday. Now, we are in the festive season, well in our way amidst December, and Christmas is around the corner. So we decided to call on some head chefs, some head chef extraordinaires in all things Indian cuisine, and that is Sadika and her beautiful husband. So what are we cooking today, and how far are we in this recipe?
We're almost there. So we are doing a tandoori chicken and a tandoori fish, separately, of course, with some ghee roasted potatoes. So ghee is clarified butter. We are serving that with the matar pulao, so rice and pea dish, served with some raita, with some ghee roti, and probably one of my personal favorites, a watermelon and mint and green chili salad.
Delicious. Now, all them South Africans right now are like, where can we get this recipe from? You already know we are your hookup at Afternoon Express. Just head over to our website, and we've got the full recipe and ingredients list, so you can cook along with us. Now, let's get cooking.
We're almost there. So get that. I think what we can do is get the lemon juice, the green chili. At this stage, you can salt as well, because we're going to get that into a paste. And I think the key thing here is you can use a pestle and mortar, but at home, because we don't like the smell of onions on one's hands, we use a grinder. So you can use a NutriBullet or whatever. Yeah. You have a blender, should I say. And I think the critical thing is get it to as fine as possible or as rough as possible. The rougher it is, the thicker your gravy is going to be when you get it in.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what we're going to get in, so we can get the onions in if you're ready. Yeah. And what we are doing parallel to that is, if those potatoes are already boiling, I think that that is an important component as well. So again, salt to taste. If you don't prefer salt and want to use extra lemon juice, you're more than welcome to as well. So I think the thing is, Hemant, on your side as well, I think you can let these onions go in as well.
And can I just pass you these chunky onions that you're also going to be just adding?
Please. And we are going to just a bit of weightlifting there, and you can just mix it up in there. It is going to go in together and just almost settle it in with your marinade. So now you say that there's paste onions or finely chopped onions that makes the marinade thick, and then there are these thickly cut onions. You may want to season them with a little bit of salt, and then that goes into the cavity of the chicken, but it also gets sprinkled around with the fish. Okay. So that becomes the soft, sweet, lusciousness that you're going to be able to eat the protein with. So it's absolutely fantastic.
Beautiful. And I do see there's quite a repetition, a strong repetition, in fact, when it comes with the onions and that spicy flavor. Is this just a straight up Indian-inspired dish? So. Is this stuff that you'd see within recipes?
Absolutely. So this is, I would say, well, North Indian, right, Hemant?
Yes,
so
this is the North Indian dish. Basically, so North and part of Southern Indian dishes. With the tandoori, basically, they want to use the spices. And what they actually also do, one of the way of doing is that they either do this in the ground itself, when they used to cook it in the old days, or now what they do is basically they make it on a braai.
Now, what's one key element that South Africans cannot forget when putting together a traditional tandoori?
It's exactly try to marinate.
Okay.
Overnight, please. So do it the night before, get it in, forget. And carry on. So pre-prep here, because that saffron's there, the ginger and the garlic, that fish is going to already start cooking.
Yes.
All right, a little bit. So you already are pre-prepped in principle. In fact, with the fish, you could do it the day before. Have your marinade in the fridge, get that fish in. Chicken, try and do it overnight, because that meat is going to just fall off the bone.
Yeah.
And then your other holy grail, clarified butter.
Yes.
That's it. You have to. There's no oil here, there's no margarine, there's no butter. Clarified butter.
Okay.
Melted clarified butter, because you're just going to have all of those spices be brought together and you just get this warm, buttery taste.
Interesting. So basically, in essence, this recipe, could it work with any other protein?
Absolutely.
Yes.
But longer now. If you're doing lamb, or if you're doing a big piece of beef, absolutely, definitely longer on the lamb. And this lamb needs to cook like really slowly. So once you get your marinade tapped, girls,
the sky's the limit.
Now, I want to add in something. This is, again, it's gluten-free, which is an awesome thing. It is keto, okay? So this dish caters for a lot of needs. Now, if you were to take a whole head of cauliflower, you're catering vegetarian.
Wow.
this is my favorite Christmas go-to for the very fact you could put a cauliflower, you could put fish for pescatarians, or you go chicken, or you go red meat. You
Love
choose.
that. Okay, let's
So
get
we're going
those
to get.
potatoes
So these are already parboiled. Make your life easy. Parboil them for 10 minutes. Get it in, and. I mean, meat and potatoes. I don't think any South African's going to shout at me for that.
That's my main category, meat and potatoes. I don't forget the vegetables. This is my way of doing things. I am old school, and I like it old school.
No, we like it your way too in South Africa. If you have been cooking along with us, or if you just tuned in wondering what is on the menu, we are making a delicious Indian-inspired meal that is going to make essentially the entire family happy. So just head over to our website to get the full ingredients list. Now, Sadika, let's go in with that butter.
Fantastic. So there we go with the ghee. And I think it's ghee roasted potatoes. So put a little extra on here. So about 5 tablespoons of ghee. It sounds a lot, but believe me, it isn't. It's going to get absorbed into those potatoes. Those potatoes are going to come out crispy and brown. And yes, that's my favorite part of tandoori chicken is the crispy potatoes. And then you're just going to drizzle some ghee onto the top here. Now, you haven't gotten it wrong. It's not going to get crispy on the skin because let's be honest, the yogurt's already on the skin, but it's going to get this beautiful brownish tone. So after this is done, I recommend get it into the oven but with some foil on. Okay. And it's the size of your chicken. A chicken medium size like this, so medium to large chicken can take about 45 minutes on about 180 degrees. Because your potatoes are already parboiled, they're going to work in, and the juices from the chicken are just going to get also absorbed into the potatoes, which are fantastic. And the same with the fish, much less time. You probably want to do about 15 to 20 minutes with the fish, and then take that out and just let it rest.
Lovely. Okay, so let's put that in. Let's make sure that we've got all these recipes. Now, essentially, when we do take it out after those 45 minutes, it'll come out looking as beautiful as this finished product does here. Now, when it comes to your family diving into your food and enjoying, what sticks out for you? What's the number one thing when you want people to keep saying, we want more? What is that?
I think that factors the shareability and the presentation. I'm anal, so the food can't just taste good. It needs to look beautiful. It has to look beautiful because you eat with your eyes first and foremost.
Delicious. Now, for some people who do love to stuff their chicken, would this also come in handy with just keeping all of those flavors in? Because essentially, whether it's turkey, chicken, a lot of people just love the decadence of Christmas and being over the top in the kitchen.
Absolutely. You're more than welcome to use the string to tie the 2 drumsticks together. Not necessarily, because I also can't get that thing right. So I shove, foil, get it in and move. And now if you think about it, your protein's in the oven. You're free to do other stuff. And that's my best part of Christmas, the roast.
And when it comes to the traditional Christmas, what does a traditional Christmas look like in your household?
Basically, our traditional Christmas is the table needs to be full, has to be food and drinks, but company. You know, we need, and one of our traditions basically is that family has to be together always. We do not miss a Christmas. We're always sitting down at the table. We are eating, we are celebrating, and we are enjoying life.
Well, if you are ready to enjoy life and get into that festive spirit, please do join us by cooking along with us. After the break, though, we are going to be making something delicious as well. So what's on the menu after these?
So we've got matar palau next, we've got some raita next, and we've got the watermelon and mint salad.
Well, all of that coming up.